Hello, I'm Pandarron, and this is a vlog. Kind of unexpected. Robot had the idea of me doing a blog of my move. So I couldn't really get around to things before because I've been extremely busy over the past couple of weeks. So here I am in a hotel. I'm in Denver now, and I'm gonna be here for the long haul. I started my job today. I got here really late last night. I'm gonna tell that story in a moment because it's kind of unbelievable how bad things can be sometimes. Just when you're like not expecting bad things to happen and you're like trying to get everything done and then things just kind of backfire in your face. So I'm gonna try to get the glare off of my monitors out of the picture as much as possible. So let's see if I can do it this way. Okay, so now you can tell, really tell I'm in a motel room because, you know, there's that kind of lock thing. I got a little kitchenette. This is kind of an extended stay motel, so I'll be staying here for about a month probably until I get an apartment, which I'm working on right now. But I'm working on a lot of other things too. So just to let you all know, I still am going to be streaming. I still jeez, I can't get that glare out of here no matter what I do. I'm going to still be streaming. I'm going to still put up videos, but it's going to be a bit. This is my setup right now. My laptop, a wireless keyboard, and a wireless mouse hooked up on a hotel's internet. So far, the internet connection isn't too bad. I can watch YouTube videos without having to buffer at all, so that's pretty good. But it's probably not going to be the best arrangement for gaming. I might try some Starbound maybe tomorrow. I've still got some things I've really got to get going. Like groceries. I need groceries. And I haven't done that yet because of what happened yesterday. So here we go. This is great. You'll love this. So I left the airport yesterday at about 1:30 Pacific time, where I was. The trip to Denver was a direct flight, and it was supposed to be a 2.5 hour flight from takeoff to touchdown. Pretty good by all standards, because usually when you're taking a flight, you end up having to spend the majority of a day. And well, I ended up spending the majority of a day after all. So what happened was we got over Denver, and yesterday Denver was covered in thunderstorms. So instead of landing at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, as we were supposed to, we circled for a half hour or so, and then we redirected to Rapid City, South Dakota. Yep, South Dakota. The pilot told us that we couldn't land in Denver because of the thunderstorms and that we were going to reroute and get fuel because he didn't have the fuel to be able to keep circling. So we went to Rapid City, which is about an hour flight away from Denver. And then we landed there, and the pilot considered letting us off the flight to stretch whatever, but ended up deciding that it would just be better to keep everybody on the plane. So we sat there for I want to say we landed around 6, and we were there until about 8. So we were in South Dakota for 2 hours. Then we finally got the okay to fly into Denver, so we took off, and another hour later we landed in Denver. So what was formerly supposed to be 5 o'clock Mountain Time turned into 9 o'clock Mountain Time. And it just kept getting better because I got off my flight, and Denver Airport's huge and messy and could be a little bit of a chore to travel in. So I had to go, I had to take a train to baggage claim, and the train took me like 3 trips. 3 trains came through before I could actually get on because there was just so many people piling into the trains. So I finally got to baggage claim, found my bag, and walked to the train stop because Denver has a pretty robust train system for public transit. And I got there about 10 by the time baggage claim and everything was done. I got out to the train stop at about 10. Train showed up, got on, and it didn't leave for a half hour. Now, if I back up a little bit before this, I was really hungry because I hadn't eaten since the morning and didn't have the opportunity to because of how the flight went. So we went back, we go back a little bit. I walked by a Subway in the airport and I was gonna stop there and eat something. But I was like, maybe I should just get to my hotel. It's really late and I gotta work in the morning. It's a good thing that I did because what I came to find out is if I would have waited and gotten a sub, I would have missed the last train until like 4 a.m. So I'm on this train. It takes a half hour for it to leave. So 10:30 comes around and we're finally leaving the airport. I had to transfer a couple stations down to get to a train that took me to what I thought was really close to my hotel. It is kind of close, but it's like I didn't know the area, so I walked the long way from the train station to the hotel, and that took a while, and I had to stop and get the overnight guy to come up to the desk because at that time it was like past 11 and I am just getting in. So I had to check in with the overnight guy. Finally got up here 11:30. So then I had to unpack my clothing and get everything ready to go for this morning when I was supposed to be at work. So woke up at 6. Managed to get myself out of bed pretty easily considering how tired I was. Got myself out, and with the help of the overnight guy, he told me kind of a better way to get to the train stop. So I went to the train stop and got on board, got my ticket, got on board without incident. And so then I took the train down to the very last stop, which is the stop closest to my new place of employment. Then, again, because I'm not familiar with the area, I had another mile walk ahead of me. And I know what you're all thinking, a mile isn't really too bad, right? But this is Denver, and Denver is a mile up, so the elevation can really mess with you. As I found out this morning, I'm walking to this place unnecessarily so. I'll tell you about that in a couple minutes. But as I'm walking, I had to got to a point where I got really tired really fast and had to stop, catch my breath, and then make another attempt at walking a little closer to work. I ended up having to stop a lot of times because I couldn't breathe and I was hurting everywhere. So what I came to find out is this is all because of the elevation change. The air is thinner as you go up, so a mile up in elevation, you're dealing with thinner air and you have to take in more than you're used to. And so my body's not used to it yet. I had a really hard time, and I was hurting I was hurting and sweating by the time I got to work. And I was dressed down in my best. Shirt, tie, good pants, good shoes, whole 9 yards. But I was sweating, so I probably looked pretty dumb showing up with a sweaty back in my shirt and tie. Then I came to find out that there's a shuttle. There's a shuttle that goes for free. It's run by the same people who run the public transit system in Denver. And it goes between the train stop. It picks people up at the train stop, and then it goes all around this business park, which is it's a pretty big business park. And there's a lot of corporate offices there. So apparently it goes around, picks people up at either end, picks you up from work, brings you back to the train station, or picks you up from the train station, brings you over to your place of employment. Wish I would have knew that this morning when I was walking. So it was great, okay? And then the best part of all was the guy who was supposed to be there to give me my equipment and my network access was out today because extended weekend, yada yada. So I spent most of the day trying to figure out how to get my documentation sorted. Boring stuff, but I couldn't do any actual work because I'm not on their networks yet. So that's it. After work, it was nice and uneventful. I finally got some food in me. There's a cafeteria on site, so that helped because I hadn't eaten in a day at that point. And then I just got back from having dinner too. So here we are, 12 minutes into this vlog. I've been rambling for the whole time, but I just wanted to post a video to make sure that you guys had something, right? As I said, I'm still gonna do videos, I'm still gonna stream, but I gotta get my new life here in Denver in order first. Hopefully that'll come within the month. I'm working on getting my pay sorted out, working on getting my relocation all done, and then I'm gonna get an apartment, hopefully within the first paycheck or so, waiting on some other money, and at that point, I'll be able to start streaming, probably on the weekends. I might not be able to do much during the week just because I'm in the office full time now. It depends on where I end up as far as an apartment. If I end up driving or taking public transit, that's all gonna kind of make a difference. So for now, this is gonna have to do. Maybe I'll do another vlog if people are interested in it. We'll see what happens. But thanks for watching. You know the drill. Like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't, and be ready for some other cool content coming up because I got some playroom now, so we might do some different things. If you have any ideas of things that you might think would be cool for me to play in the future, or just different ways of doing things I'm already doing, let me know in the comments. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks for sticking around and keep being awesome. See ya.